XperiaGamer.com.
Welcome to XperiaGamer.com. As you know, there is hundreds of games that are optimized for the Xperia Play and the unique PlayStation control pad system. But you may also know the Android market, or Google Play, has hundreds of thousands of games ready to download in an instant. So most of these are quite comfortable just using the touchscreen layout like Fruit Ninja or Angry Birds. But then there's just as many out there that are dying to be optimized for the Xperia Play controls to give you a real console experience. So there is a way of optimizing these games yourselves. So mapping the buttons of your Xperia Play to the touch buttons. So this video, we've got a little demo of how this will work. One on Ice Cream Sandwich and one on Gingerbread. These apps we put to the test just to show you what's good about them, what's bad about them, how complicated they can be, how the system works, and how you can get it up and running. But what's most important is, first and foremost guys, this is only for rooted users, as you need super user access. So to start off, I'm going to show you on Gingerbread the game keyboard application. So out of the two, this is probably visually the most complicated to understand, as it's very menu heavy. It does give you a little step-by-step system here. However, has to be said, there is a lot more steps to this process, and you will need a little bit of guidance. But rest assured, if you do want some help, we have a full tutorial available on our website. Links are here in the description. So once you've got it set up though, once you do get your head around the key mapping and the system itself, it's quite easy to set up games. So if you go into a game, this here is Exitium, you can see that it's touchscreen only. And all we have to do is call up the virtual pad, which has been done by Game Keyboard, and then we just need to cover the buttons of the game on touchscreen with the buttons we've mapped from the Xperia Play. So you can set profiles to set certain games, so if you've got your favourites, you don't have to do it for every single game. And just with a little bit of tweaking here, we now have an Xperia Play optimised title, which wasn't before. Now on some games you can actually even get rid of the virtual on-screen buttons, because a lot of them have the actual options inside the game itself to turn down the transparency, or turn up the transparency should I say. So on this game that's not possible, but on my next game that I've got for you on this application does allow this.
Street Fighter 4.
So next is Street Fighter 4. Now we're a bit misleading because this game isn't actually available on Xperia Play or Android Google Play. But we're confident this game will be out available later this year. So here we are again, just setting up the buttons to be as close to the virtual screen buttons as we can. Now as I already mentioned, with this game, in the options it has got the functionality to turn up the transparency. So what we can do is actually get rid of the on-screen controls altogether, and through using this additional software, we've actually completely optimized this game now for the Xperia Play. With this one, Game Keyboard on Gingerbread, you are limited to only the hard key buttons. You can't use the touch analog sticks of the Xperia Play. And as I said, visually it's quite hard to set up because of the way the application is, but it is a lot more stable. So I'm not sure how many of you would agree with this or know this, but Gingerbread is actually a lot more stable for gaming as a platform. ICS is a lot more power hungry, but there are some benefits to that. So Joystick Center 6 was actually originally made for tablets. It's probably the reason for such a high resolution app layout, so you can just about see it. There's quite a few fiddly little buttons on the application itself. But as I've already mentioned, We have a full tutorial available on our website to help you get this set up and running, so make sure you click on the link here on the description. So what you can see here actually is probably the main benefit of this one over the game keyboard, and that is the fact that because it's running on Ice Cream Sandwich, you can actually map out the touch analog control pad. So this offers up a lot of functionality to a lot more games. So one is Death Rally. It's an amazing game. It's almost the what I kind of hoped would be Reckless Racing 2. But whenever I'm playing that game, I just feel I need a bit of firepower, and that's exactly what this game delivers. But I've always thought this game should be Xperia Play optimized. It's not. So you know what? We've optimized it ourselves. And just like with Street Fighter, you can turn down the transparency of the buttons, and you can completely optimize this title for the Xperia Play using the analog sticks and the buttons. So the fact that it actually supports the analog sticks, this joystick center on a Ice Cream Sandwich, it's going to have a lot more of an appeal to people. There's a lot more shoot 'em up games that are on an Android market that are dying to be used on the Xperia Play, such as this, Frontline Commando. It's a great game, really is, but it is for touchscreen devices only. So with this one, as you can see, the sensitivity that I used for Death Rally isn't quite what I need for this game. So actually, also with this app, you can turn down or turn up the speed of the sensitivity with the analog pads. So if I turn it down ever so slightly for this game, I'm actually going to get a lot better of a performance. And I'm sure there's loads of you that will know from particularly the Gameloft titles or some of the other games optimized for the analog pads on Xperia Play. You'll know that you just wish you could go into the settings and do this yourself. So with this application, you can. It is fantastic. So there are limitations to this version on ICS, and that is that ICS tends to be a little bit more buggy, this setup. So both the apps I've shown you in this video are new. The concept is being currently developed all the time. I mean, who knows? Maybe Game Keyboard on Gingerbread will get support for touch analog pads. But make sure you keep posted on our website for future updates on this. And thanks for watching. See you again soon.